Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to commence the Investiture Ceremony of Stillman College's 6th president. In keeping with the dignity of this ceremony, please turn off the cell phones. It's a great day at Stillman College. We would like to welcome you to the inauguration of the college's 6th president, Dr. Peter Edmund Gillette. We are pleased that you are here today to participate in this momentous and historic occasion. Please remain seated during the processional. Bearing the base of Stillman College, the college marshal, Mr. Robert Heath. Representatives of Stillman College Board of Trustees. Did you know the sixth president of Stillman College is a native of Detroit, Michigan, but his family is from Trinidad? Was formerly the Dean of College and Education at Tennessee State University and Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at Stillman College. Completed a residency at the Medical College of Georgia and an internship at Meharry Medical College. Completed leadership training at Harvard University, Hampton University, and American Association of State Colleges and Universities, and the Council of Independent Colleges. He is licensed as a clinical psychologist. He holds a brown belt in the Waterloo style karate, plays jazz, gospel guitar, and bass. He is a member of several professional, civic, and nonprofit organizations, and is a member of Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity. He is married to Dr. Marcia Jeanette Millett, Director of Teacher Education at Stillman College. Has a daughter, Mackenzie Millett, who is a freshman at Spelman College and the 2014 Miss Black Teen Alabama U.S. Ambassador. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, please stand as we recognize and salute our outstanding educator, remarkable leader, and awesome man of God, our sixth president of Stillman College, Dr. Peter Edmund Smith. Mr. Driver, will you please stand and join me at the podium? I introduce to you the chair of the Stillman College Board of Trustees, Mr. Dennis Driver.
Morning. At this time, I would like to take the opportunity to have all of the members of the Board of Trustees stand and be recognized. So with that, before they stand, I would thank you guys for sitting. Thank you. And in recognizing the board members, Dr. Lena Pruitt, Trustee Elijah Clark, Trustee Gloria Denard, Trustee Floyd Phillips, Trustee Robert Burns, Trustee Alfonso Denson. By the authority of the Stillman Board of Trustees, the faculty, administrators, staff, and students, I now declare that this inauguration of the sixth president of Stillman College is in session. Today, we have gathered here to inaugurate and to honor Dr. Peter Edmund Smith, who was selected to serve as the sixth president of Stillman College. This is a very special day of celebration for Stillman College, for President-elect, his family and friends, the college community, the citizens of Tuscaloosa and Tuscaloosa County, and for the state of Alabama. We welcome you to this celebration, and we are glad that you are here with us today. Will the audience please stand for the posting of the colors by the Central High School Army Junior ROTC.
Whoa, Mark.
national anthem will be performed by Kelsey Wilson, a member of the Stillman College Concert Choir, followed by Lift Every Voice and Sing. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please prepare for the invocation, which will begin by Reverend Paula Smith, Senior Pastor of Liberty United Methodist Church, Brentwood, Tennessee.
Since we serve a God who is always ready to hear, let us boldly now go before the throne of grace. God of our weary years, God of our silent tears, God who has brought Stillman College thus far along the way, God who has by thy might led and keeps Stillman College in your sight. Let Stillman continue forever in the path we pray. We acknowledge your presence in, through, and between us this morning. And we give you thanks for the blessings that you have bestowed on each one of us. We give you thanks, Lord, for the vision of Dr. Charles Allen Stillman, who many years ago had a vision of training colored men for ministry. We give you thanks, Lord, for how you blessed that vision to where we've come to this illustrious institution which we gather now today. We give you thanks, Lord, for the call on Dr. Peter Millett and Dr. Marsha Millett's life. We give you thanks for their saying yes when you called them. We give you thanks, Lord, for the collective commitment of the faculty, the staff, students, friends, alumni, and family who stand now with the Milletts at the edge of possibilities, continuing to embody the vision to be a private institution with a public ministry. We give you thanks, oh God, for what is yet to come for this institution. We pray that you give them eyes to see the possibilities yet unseen. Give them ears to hear. Give them hearts that will love you unconditionally, and will love one another. Give them the curiosity to be creative and to see what you're doing in the world. Give them voices to speak boldly to power and to truth. And we ask, oh God, that you give them the mind of Christ. We ask, oh God, that you will continue to shine your light upon this college, and may it forever glorify you in all that it does. In Christ's name.
Thank you, Reverend Smith, for those comments. At this time, we'd like to acknowledge the first lady of the college. All political views and elected officials, please stand and be recognized. Now, would you please join me in welcoming to the podium Dr. George Cooper, Executive Director of the White House Initiative on Historically Black Colleges and Universities. He will be followed by local officials, the Honorable Mayor Walt Mountains, who will bring the greetings on behalf of the City of Tuscaloosa, and Mr. Jim Page, Chairman of the Tuscaloosa Chamber of Commerce.
Good morning. President-elect, members of the Board of Trustees, elected officials, delegates from higher education institutions, faculty, staff, students, alumni, and friends of Stillman College. I'm honored to be here with you on this memorable day. Today is a historic moment for this great institution. It charts new direction in response to many calls for accountability from our students, parents, board members, federal agencies who want to provide support for the institutional mission. Change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. This is the quote from President John F. Kennedy. Each of us here today come to wish Stillman College well as challenges are turned into new opportunity. This is the benchmark for President Ray, the sixth president of Stillman College. He brings vision, compassion, and support for the future of the university. I bring you greetings today from President Obama and Secretary of Education, Duncan. Both strong supporters of education, including support for historical Black colleges and universities. They believe that HBCUs must not only survive, but they must thrive as we continue to respond to the challenges of access, affordability, and graduation. As students look to qualify for those degrees that are treasured by alums of this great university. As many of you know, HBCUs were established over 175 years ago for the purpose of moving African Americans into economic mainstream of the United States. And as we look at the diversity of students who choose to attend HBCUs, nationally about 17% of the students are non-African Americans. So it shows that even though we have this mission of being an HBCU, we respond to challenges of public and private HBCUs as we look at the future for these institutions collectively. I work with 34 federal agencies, directed by President Obama's Executive Order, Executive Order 12532. It provides assistance in garnering federal resources and redirecting federal resources to support HBCUs. In fiscal year 2012, approximately $4.8 billion from federal agencies were provided to HBCUs. And about 2.7% of this supports academic program research and corporate extension activities for our institutions. Mr. President, you have many challenges as we look toward the future. Having been a president, I know that you provide leadership for this university to move forward and be great. I challenge you to work together as faculty, staff, and along the students. Let this be a great university and state. In a book that I read by Tony Dungy, he describes success in terms of accomplishments and awards, material that you bring to the university, and profit margins. Mr. Dungy's reflective summary, he suggests questions for President and other leaders. Mr. President, first question. What will people remember you for? Second question. Are people better because you did? Did you make a difference? Did you give your best effort? And did you do it for the right reason? So as I read you, these are the challenges for the future. President Ray has had several positions before being chosen as president of this great university. And I want you all to know that as I read him, he will be impacted by his leadership. And he will be impacted also by those things that media provide his coverage for college. As I told you, it's even more important that you were president, seen as a visionary. So remember, if you do good, people will accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Succeed anyway. Honesty and frankness make it vulnerable, but it's important that you be honest and frank anyway, as president of this university. As I close, I welcome you as president to the network of higher education leaders. I wish you much success as you reach student college, the challenges they will face, and your tenure as president. Let us applaud and welcome him as the sixth president of Stillman College.
Good morning. It is indeed an honor and a privilege on behalf of the city of Tuscaloosa to play a small role in the investiture of Dr. Peter Millett. So to Dr. Millett, to the Board of Trustees of Stillman College, to the entire Stillman community gathered here, and most importantly, to all of us as citizens of Tuscaloosa, today is a critical day as we move forward. Because indeed, the history of this great institution lies with its potential to do amazing things into the future. For years, Stillman College has been called a beacon on the hill. It has provided a light to so many and a path onto the feet of so many individuals who have been better as this institution existed. But like all things in life, standing still is not a vision moving forward. And to move forward will take the vision and leadership of Dr. Peter Millett. I was struck by the symbolism of him walking down Birthright Hall alone. Oftentimes in leadership, you can feel that walk alone. Kennedy said that victory knows 1,000 fathers, but defeat is an orphan. So much about leadership is understanding that dynamic. But I offer this to my friend, Dr. Peter Millett, today. As he walks forward, he will not be doing it alone. The faculty will be with him. The students will be with him. The city of Tuscaloosa will be with him. And most certainly, as your mayor, I will be with him. It is an honor and a privilege to represent this great city. May God continue to bless all of you. May God continue to bless Stillman College. And may God continue to bless the city of Tuscaloosa. Thank you.
Good morning. Dr. Millett, Mayor Maddox, Dr. Cooper, trustees, members of the administration, faculty, staff, student body, and alumni of Stillman College, and other distinguished guests gathered here today. It is indeed a great honor and privilege to bring greetings this morning on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce of West Alabama and the local business community. The Chamber is West Alabama's largest business advocacy organization, representing more than 65,000 working men and women through our 1,250 member business enterprises, civic organizations, and educational institutions. What makes this momentous occasion even more special for our organization is the fact that we proudly claim Dr. Peter Millett as an elected member of our board of directors. Dr. Millett's brief tenure as president of Stillman College has already led to an increasingly elevated visibility and public recognition of this institution. Immediately upon his appointment as president, he immersed himself into the greater Tuscaloosa community. One example of that is the fact that in just a few short weeks, Dr. Millett will graduate from the 2015 class of Leadership Tuscaloosa, joining more than 1,200 other community leaders who have successfully completed this outstanding program over the past 32 years. Through this experience, Dr. Millett has been able to gain a deeper understanding of the elements that create Tuscaloosa County's community fabric, including pre-K through 12 education, social services, public safety, economic development, just to name a few. In addition, and just as importantly, he has forged invaluable relationships with his 39 classmates who serve in other leadership roles throughout this community. It's Dr. Millett's collaborative, relationship-building approach that will serve him and Stillman College well for years to come. We are so fortunate to have his visionary leadership in this community and are certain that he will guide Stillman to unprecedented success in the future. Dr. Millett, we congratulate you today and offer our best wishes. May God continue to bless you, your family, and the great institution of higher education that is Stillman College. Go Tigers.
Thank each of you for those outstanding remarks. I'm sure that they resonated with Dr. Millett and it was touched in a very special and remarkable way. All that you had to say. You all have also received a proclamation from Congresswoman Terry Sewell, who's not able to be here in attendance today. Unfortunately, I don't have that proclamation to you. I want you to know that she has it in her thoughts. There will be a musical selection, and this is the ballot and
In a world where there are frequent references to excellence it's always been my belief that there needs to be a standard, a point of reference that individuals and organizations can refer to when they are trying to achieve that goal of excellence. And whenever I hear our band, our choir, that to me is a wonderful representation of what Stillman has to offer to our local community and communities at large. So once again, I'd like to acknowledge you and say bravo. Now, will you please join me in welcoming to the podium individuals who will bring greetings from higher education and local customs communities. First will be Dr. Judy Barner, President of the University of Alabama. Followed by Dr. Mark Henry, Chancellor of the Alabama Community College System. Dr. Stacy Close, Associate Vice President for Equity and Diversity, Eastern Connecticut State University. Dr. Barry Boyd, Clinical Associate Professor, State University of New York at Buffalo, Department of Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Attending Surgeon, Erie County Medical Center, Toledo Hospital Systems. And finally, Mr. David Hood, co-march, Tuscaloosa Alumni Chapter of Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated.
Good morning. Members of the Board of Trustees, faculty, alumni, students, parents, and all who love this outstanding college and what really going to the world. It is indeed an honor for me to bring greetings from the University of Alabama on behalf of our 36,000 students, our 6,500 faculty, and our over 200,000 alumni. Dr. Millett and I both earned our doctorates at the Ohio State University, and we have traveled a similar path as a professor, department chair, dean, provost, and president. As president of the University of Alabama, I have had the privilege of working with Dr. Millett, and I know you share my appreciation for his visionary leadership and high expectations for a bright future for every student and every member of the Stillman College family. Dr. Millett, as president, has already welcomed your largest ever freshman class and received the largest donation in the history of your college. Through our mutual service on the board of directors of the Chamber of Commerce, I can say firsthand I have seen Dr. Millett's seriousness about getting involved in the community and making the community a better place for all of our students. Dr. Millett appreciates all of the different roles and responsibilities that our students have to juggle in today's often complex world, just in order to get ahead. Without question, a degree from Stillman College is important in life's journey to get ahead and be recognized as a leader in our state, our nation, and indeed our world. In America, there are no limits to what our students can accomplish if they are willing to work hard, play by the rules, and give the good Lord credit for all the many blessings we have received. And speaking of blessings, I predict that with Dr. Millett's steady hands at the wheel of this magnificent college that was founded almost 140 years ago in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, is about to embark on one of the most transformational periods in Stillman's long, proud, and rich history. Dr. Millett brings to this great institution a deep understanding of the unique opportunities and challenges related to leadership in higher education today. I can say with certainty that in him you have a leader with integrity who will tirelessly advocate for Stillman and devote his days and his nights to expanding student access and empowering student success. Make no mistake, Mr. President, your colleagues at other institutions of higher education here in our state will stand with me and will stand with you as together we build a better Alabama, a better America, and a better world. President-elect, we extend our heartfelt congratulations and support. We look forward to watching your vision unfold and to celebrating with you as Stillman continues to achieve great success during your tenure. May God bless you and direct you with everything you undertake. Go Tigers and roll Tide.
Good morning. President-elect, Stillman College trustees, platform guests, faculty, staff, students, alumni, distinguished attendees. On behalf of the 10,000 employees and more than 250,000 students of the Alabama Community College System, I am honored as Chancellor to bring you greetings and congratulations on this very special day of your inauguration. I pray that the Lord will look upon you and send his spirit of wisdom to guide you as you lead this exceptional college in bringing truth to eager minds. We pledge, the Alabama Community College System pledges, to be a good partner with you in advancing the overall educational mission of our great state and nation. Furthermore, I am personally grateful to you, Dr. Millett, for the pivotal role you played in executing the existing formal relationship in place between Stillman College and the Alabama Community College System, which significantly benefits our students. I personally look forward to many more agreements and partnerships as we work together to serve the needs of our great state. Please know that we extend to you our friendship, our support, and our enthusiasm for the mission of Stillman College and for its students, faculty, staff, administrators, and alumni. May you be blessed with distinguished service in the cause of higher education and the continued success of preparing students for lives of significance and service. May God bless you, and thank you.
Good morning. On behalf of Houston Connecticut State University and my president, Dr. Elson Nunez, I bring you greetings from our university of 5,000 students, some 1,100 employees, and faculty and staff. I was delighted when I received word from Dr. Marshall Millett to bring greetings on behalf of Dr. Millett. I have known his service now for more than 20 years. I first learned of his service as a graduate student at The Ohio State University. It was there that Dr. Millett established for us other graduate students, particularly those from the South, that he was an extremely patient man. Patience, of course, is extremely important, as established by First Samuel. It is his patience that allowed him to be a guiding hand for students who were traveling from, in some cases, hundreds of miles away from home, with very little knowledge of what graduate school was like and how to survive. But Dr. Millett was then a patient and guiding hand for us. He is also a man of honor. That honor entails not only being honorable when it comes to higher education, but it also becomes important for him in terms of his family and his friends. Dr. Millett is an exception forward in terms of higher education. His knowledge of in-campus accreditation is without par. In terms of his knowledge of what a school needs to progress, it is also at an excellent level. Dr. Millett understands that in order to progress and be successful, You have to put in those late hours, and those late hours are sometimes early morning, and he is able to do that. One of my favorite historical figures is Dr. Martin King Jr., an historian by training. And Dr. King talks about greatness in his fundamental principles. And he said one of the most important things about greatness is service. And Dr. Millett is a servant, not only of his family, but also a servant of the community. He is also a servant, in the words of Longfellow, who understands the toil and the late hours. Sylvan College is blessed to have Dr. Millett, and he is blessed to be here with you. And I thank him for his eternal service, not only to all the graduates of Ohio State University over the years who we've impacted, but also to the future generations of Stillman College Tigers that he will impact as well. Thank you.
Good morning. I bring greetings from sunny and very, 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 very cold place, Buffalo, New York. All the things you've seen on the news about the snow are true. Our temperature finally rose from an air temperature of -8, and we're now in the 30s, I'm proud to say. And the snowdrifts in our driveway are now only 5 feet tall instead of 6 feet tall. I don't believe it, I have the pictures to prove it. Well, there's always a risk in inviting one of your boys from home to get up to the podium and speak about you. And I bring greetings from Buffalo, which is, I believe, Petersburg, that is mine. I bring greetings from his childhood congregation where his father, Reverend R. Edmund Arnold Withnall Millett, presided over a congregation for many, many years, Lincoln Memorial United Methodist Church. We recently returned there after years and years of absence. Some other things about Dr. Millett, and you may not know, you already know quite a bit about him, but he is the 5th child in my family, and I am the 4th child in his family, both adopted members of each respective family. So he can walk into my kitchen and get a meal anytime he wanted. I can walk into his kitchen and get a meal anytime I wanted from Mama Millett. And boy, Mama Millett sure could cook, in addition to all the other things she was known for. And both of our parents, sets of parents, raised us and instilled strong moral values and ethics in us, and a sense of community, and a sense of religion, and a sense of the value of hard work and education. I was pondering a number of careers as a youngster, and so was Dr. Millett here. I was thinking, Millett asked me one day, what do you want to do when you grow up? I'm like, no, don't have to be a race car driver, a firefighter, or a musician, maybe. And so little enough plans to include college. I'm like, oh, I'm not sure. She said, looked at me and stared at us and said, you're going to go to college. And did the same thing, I'm sure, with Peter and his sibling, that same stern look and ambition. And she was right, we did that. And our paths have diverged over the years, and we've stayed in touch, and we've been able to celebrate some of the finer parts of life together, some of the joys, and also to support each other through some of the sorrows. So I'm so very happy to be here today. I have learned a little bit about Stillman College, and although it's considered an HBCU, it's obviously much more than that. I see diversity, and that's a thing that I'm very, very proud to see at this point in time. So I promised to be brief. Not sure I promised that to my wife or to Peter and his family, but I just want to leave you with a few things. Great man W.E.B. Du Bois said the function of the university is not simply to teach breadwinning or to furnish teachers for the public school to be a center of polite society. It is above all to be the organ of that fine adjustment between real life and the growing knowledge of life, an adjustment which forms the secret of civilization. So in your travels, I realized that one of the strengths of Stillman that I've learned recently is that as a leader in wireless communication. I've heard lots of people refer to God this morning, and I'm so happy to hear that coming from the system that at times tries to minimize that in their daily lives. It's no more important in your life than it is now and in the future. So that wireless connection never fails. It's open 24/7, 365 days a year. You can always call on www.wwjd.gov at any time. Hashtag help me, hashtag please, hashtag whatever it is. I don't even know how to Twitter, but keep that faith in your mind as you pursue whatever it is you want to do in life for young people. And it's the administration, faculty, trustees, Dr. Millett, always maintain that connection. May God bless and good speed.
Good morning. Also, brother, Peter Millett, member of the Board of Trustees, platform guests, still the family. I'm here on behalf of customers of my chapter, outside. I had this time that all the members of customers of my chapter, outside the state. And stand it for a minute. I like all the members of the local chapter, please stand. And I'm also a member of Epsilon chapter here, still policy, please stand. And the members of API chapter, University of Alabama, please stand. Thank you. Since 1911, got outside the church has produced a great deal in every field of human endeavor, in science, in arts, in industry, religion, and of course, education. On behalf of the customers of Midnight, got outside the church, we would like to take this opportunity to congratulate Dr. Peter on becoming the 6th president of Stillman College. In closing, a few words of encouragement last, taken from the book of Proverbs, 3rd chapter, 5th and 6th verse. Trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not in thy own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him. This year, our
Dr. Bonner, Dr. Heinrich, Dr. Close, Dr. Boyd, and Mr. Wood. Thank you so much for your words. I'm sure it was documented well in this chamber, Mr. President. At this moment, I'd like to reintroduce the choir and the concert band. Choir under the leadership of Mrs. Jacqueline Richardson and the band under the leadership of Mr. Derek Gates.
Hello, my name is Arthur Henderson from Nashville, Tennessee. You're the center of my joy. All that's good and perfect comes from you. You're the heart of my contentment. Oh, for all I do, Jesus, you're the center of my joy. When I lost my direction, you're the compass for my way. You're the cloud and light when nights are long and cold. In sadness, you are the laughter that shadows all of my fears. When I'm all alone, your hand is there to hold. Oh, you're the center of my joy. All that's good and perfect comes from you. You are the heart for all. You're the center of my joy. Jesus, you're the center of my joy. All that's good and perfect comes from you. You are my, oh, oh, Jesus, you are the center of my joy. Oh, Jesus, you are the center of my joy. You're everything, 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 everything. You're my joy in my sorrow. Jesus, you're the center of my joy.
That selection again was done by Mr. Arthur Henderson. Please, let's give him one more round. It's at this moment that I'm supposed to welcome to the podium members from the Student College family, but we've just been provided with the proclamation that came from the school, so I'm going to take a moment and read that because I'm sure she appreciated it. I'm certain that Dr. Levin appreciated it. Proclamation from the House of Representatives. On today, March 13th, 2015, I joined family, friends, and students, faculty, and staff of Stillman College in saluting the inauguration of Dr. Peter Edmund Millett. And whereas Dr. Millett was named the sixth president of Stillman College on July 1st, 2014 by the institution's board of trustees, and whereas prior to being named president, Dr. Millett served as Stillman's provost and vice president of academic affairs, and whereas throughout his tenure at this historic institution, Dr. Millett has been instrumental in organizational restructuring, enhancing Stillman's community presence, and forging local and statewide partnerships. And whereas Dr. Millett attended Oakland University, where he obtained a bachelor's degree in clinical psychology, and went on to attend the Ohio State University, where he obtained a master's and a PhD as a licensed clinical psychologist. He completed residency at the Medical College of Georgia and Augusta. And whereas through the years, Dr. Millett's research focuses on education, psychology, and leadership, with an emphasis on factors related to student success and teacher retention, chronic mental illness in minority populations, and the utilization of mental health services, and identifying the characteristics of successful leaders. And whereas Dr. Millett is also a prolific speaker that has presented at numerous national and international conferences, including the National Council for Accreditation of Teacher Education. And whereas this distinguished public servant is also married to Dr. Marsha Millett, who serves as the director of teacher education at Stillman. They have one daughter, Mackenzie. And whereas on behalf of the 7th Congressional District, I am pleased to join Stillman on such an auspicious occasion to welcome this august leader and servant to the helm of president. And now, therefore, be it resolved that I, Terry A. Sewell, member of the U.S. House of Representatives, issue this proclamation in honor of the inauguration of Dr. Peter Edmund Millett. In witness thereof, I have set my hand and caused this seal of the United States House of Representatives to be affixed on this 13th day of March in the year 2015. So now, if you would please join me in welcoming to the podium in the following order: Dr. Norman Golar, Senior Faculty Representative of the Board of Trustees; Dr. Bruce Crawford, Interim Vice Chancellor of the Alabama Community College System and Chairman of the National Stillman College Alumni Association; and Mr. Joseph Pugh, President of the Stillman College Student Government Association.
Good afternoon. We are Stillman. To the President, Dr. Peter Millett, the Board of Trustees, honored guests, administrators, faculty, staff, students, and alumni, it gives me great pleasure to bring you greetings on behalf of the faculty of our beloved institution, Stillman College. I am Norman Golar, Chair of the Department of English and the Senior Faculty Representative to the Board of Trustees. As we celebrate the inauguration of the 6th President of Stillman College, Dr. Peter Edmund Millett, we pause to acknowledge the previous presidents, Reverend Dr. Charles Allen Stillman, Dr. Samuel Burney Hay, Dr. Harold N. Stinson, Dr. Cordell Wynn, and Dr. Ernest McNeely, all of whom crafted, executed, and shared their respective visions with the college community and the college's surrounding community. And today, we, the faculty, have the opportunity to embrace the formation of Dr. Millett's vision, a vision that has partially unfolded, considering the local partnerships, statewide partnerships, and soon-to-be national partnerships that validate the excellence that is Stillman College. For many of us faculty members who are present, we have watched Stillman College's growth, transformation, and expansion. Yet its core mission of instilling responsibility, leadership, and independence in young men and women has remained solid. The reason our mission has remained solid, we in previous years have worked earnestly and willingly alongside individuals charged with advancing young citizens beyond the classrooms of this campus. And today's individual, Dr. Millett, carries with him the same sentiments with which we faculty are most familiar. So it does my spirit well to know that we, the faculty, may seize this moment with gratitude and appreciation, for Stillman College welcomes a new president who will ensure that the college continues to be a vibrant and highly successful institution. Thank you.
To the Board of Trustees, to our President, Dr. Millett, our First Lady, Dr. Marshall Millett, the Millett family, faculty, staff, friends, special guests on stage and off stage, and to the Stillman College alumni. This is an awesome, historic day, and I would like to say good afternoon. Will all alumni please stand if you're able to, and remain standing until I've completed my remarks. Standing with me today is a representation of the members of the National Alumni Association of Stillman College. We're standing on behalf of thousands of alumni living, working, in some cases retired, in hundreds of cities across the United States and international locations. We proudly stand to affirm our support of Stillman College and the presidency of Dr. Peter Edmund Millett. These men and women who walk this campus, they studied under the magnolia trees and in the book stacks of the library. They learned in and out of the classroom, and they participated in many social and cultural activities while attending college here or while living in the community. And we are proud of Stillman of our growth and the development under the 5 presidents, former presidents. But most of all, this day, we're looking forward and onward to greater outcomes for Stillman and the future lives she will impact under the direction and vision of our soon-to-be inaugurated 6th president, Dr. Peter Millett. Dr. Millett, you have energized us. You've created an excitement about the new possibilities of Stillman College. You've engaged alums on many occasions to get a sense of our expectations for Stillman. We appreciate that. We're enthusiastically rallying in greater numbers in support of the college that we love. Its new programmatic initiatives, its community engagement aspects, and its continued emphasis on excellence and high expectations from students and graduates, the alumni. In closing, many of us have seen Stillman as a portal to maturity, a bridge to better quality of life, and a gateway to many opportunities. Therefore, the alumni stand in affirmation of the committed and dedicated support its highly qualified faculty, staff, and our president, Dr. Peter Edmund Millett. Thank you, Tigers.
Good afternoon. Dr. Peter and Marshall Millett, Board of Trustee members, esteemed guests, our speakers, faculty, staff, my fellow students of the distinguished Stillman College. I am Joseph Pugh, President of the Student Government Association here at Stillman College. I bring you greetings on behalf of the student body. I am honored and elated to have this opportunity to speak on behalf of the students. Our beloved Stillman College, authorized by the General Assembly of the Presbyterian Church in the United States in 1875 and stood strong for more than 140 years. Throughout these years, the students, along with the presidents, have made their mark here on the rich tradition. Here in Stillman, we pride ourselves on academic excellence, scholastic endeavors, and high aspirations, both inside and outside the gates of Stillman. To Dr. Malik, I charge you to take our beloved Stillman College and reach altitudes eyes have never seen nor ears have heard. I charge you to take the pen and write out new methods that will continue to blaze the trail for future to come. We, the community, faculty, staff, alumni, and Stillman family as a whole, have faith in Stillman's future by guiding force. I personally have faith that you will continue to work for this institution to ensure that we grow and go forward. I believe that Stillman College is the pinnacle of private colleges. Being in the top 50 now, with you as our head, we can easily be number one, not only in Alabama, but in the nation. With more than 140 years of history, Dr. Malik, it is now your time to engrave the mark within the history of Stillman College. You now withhold the key. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kohler, Dr. Crawford, and Mr. Hughes. Words well said. This is a special part of the occasion. We arrived at a historic moment in the celebration and inauguration of Dr. Peter Edmund, sixth president of Stillman College. Okay, this is a wonderful day, and of course, a wonderful gathering. We come together from the north, south, east, and west. We're students, faculty, and staff. We're delegates of academic institutions from far and near. We're native, we're community builders, and most of all, we're friends from the Board of Trustees, the city, and across the state and the nation. We are proud to be here, and at this moment in time, I would like for Dr. Miller to please join me at the podium. In the presence of this assembly of witnesses, you're asked to repeat the oath of office with both the duties and responsibilities as Chief Executive Officer of this college. If you are now prepared for this pledge of office, you will answer, I am so prepared.
I am so prepared.
Then repeat after me the oath of office. I, Peter Millett,
I, Peter Millett,
do hereby accept the duties and responsibilities of the presidency of Stillman College.
do hereby accept the duties and responsibilities of the presidency of Stillman College.
I will faithfully carry out all obligations commensurate with this honored position.
I will faithfully carry out all obligations commensurate with this honored position.
I further pledge to uphold the proud tradition of this institution.
I further pledge to uphold the proud tradition of this institution
And build upon the achievement of my predecessors,
and build upon the achievements of my predecessors,
contributing my best efforts to ensure the continued success of Stillman College.
contributing my best efforts
to ensure the continued success of Stillman College.
And now, with the approval of the Stillman College Board of Trustees, and with this medallion and chain of office as the symbol of his presidency, it is my solemn duty and pleasure to declare Peter Edmund Millett to be duly installed as the sixth president of Stillman College with all the rights, duties, and responsibilities therein pertaining. I want to congratulations. I'm actually going to require more nimble fingers than mine. Nimble fingers, please. I need this one right. Made in China.
I am extraordinarily happy, extremely humbled, and profoundly privileged to stand before you today and officially accept the presidency of Stillman College and look forward to the opportunities and challenges ahead.
At this time, I would like Dr. Ellen Jenkins Dunn, Vice Chair of the Stillman College Board of Trustees, to come present the president.
Will all members of the Board of Trustees of Stillman College please stand? As Chair of the Presidential Nominating Committee, it is my duty and my pleasure to present to you today Dr. Peter Edmund Millett to the Board of Trustees as the sixth President of Stillman College. I so do.
Good morning. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. My name is Peter Edmund Millett, and I humbly stand before you as the sixth president of one of the greatest institutions of higher education in the city of Tuscaloosa, in the state of Alabama, in the United States of America, Stillman College. A school with a legendary history, a dynamic present, and a future so bright, we need surge protection. Let me start by recognizing a few people in the audience who have helped me along my journey. As I was putting this together, I became acutely aware that no one accomplishes anything of significance alone. And I owe a debt of gratitude to all of you in the audience and also those behind me on the stage who helped me along this journey.
I'm aware that there is always an inherent danger in publicly thanking people because in doing so, you're certain to leave out someone. If I do, you know who you are. I ask that you charge it to my head and not my heart. Let me start by recognizing members of the Stillman Board of Trustees in the audience, on the stage. These professionals, in addition to their full-time jobs, volunteer their time and their money to support and guide the institution. They come to campus several times a year to provide guidance for me and for the institution. In fact, they just finished two-day-long meetings on Monday and Tuesday of this week. The fact that they are here today speaks volumes. I must make particular note of the chair, Mr. Dennis Driver, and the vice chair, Dr. Evelyn Jenkins Dunn, who take my weekly or daily phone calls. Thank you so much for your support. Next, let me thank the faculty, staff, students, and alumni of Stillman who have supported me since I first came to Stillman in 2012. The faculty are outstanding scholars, and I would hold them up against faculty at any school across the country. I have a number of family members in the audience today. My mother, Edna Millette, who just flew in from Detroit. She was a recipient of one of the first graduate degree in my family and was my first best friend. I must also recognize my father, the late Reverend Dr. Edmund Arnold Withnall Millette. He was born in Trinidad, but came to the United States to study. And as he said in his latter years, he came in search of truth and beauty. He passed in 1993, but I'm certain he is with me today. My daughter, Mackenzie, who is my pride and joy, is in the audience, as is my sister-in-law, Stephanie Strong, my aunt and uncle, Doctors Jamie and McDonald Williams, my cousin, Donna Williams, and I have a niece I found out Monet's in the front row. And of course, the First Lady of Stillman College and my First Lady of nearly 30 years, Dr. Marcia Millette. Thank you so much for everything. I'm almost through with these acknowledgements, and I guess I'll just sit down. I also have to thank the planning committee for the hard work they put into the event. It takes many people to plan an event like this and to make it run smoothly. Too many to name. So look at them in the program booklet and know that I appreciate your hard work. I must make particular mention of the chairs of this committee, Dr. Christine Rembert and Mrs. Zelda Lee, who worked tirelessly for months to coordinate this program. Friends of the University of Alabama, Tyrese Niswander, Hamilton Sullivan, they did their work and then they came to help me on the weekends and evenings. I have also been supported by a number of local and community groups. My family at Tennessee State University, too many to mention, United Methodist Church, Presbyterian Church USA, Tuscaloosa Ministerial Alliance, Leadership Tuscaloosa, Rotary, Mayor's Office, Chamber of Commerce, Tuscaloosa Tourism and Sports Commission, 100 Black Men, the other institutions of higher education, and the HBC community in particular. I recognize the Divine Nine members who are in the room today, and in particular the men of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, who are looking so distinguished over there, and the critics and executives. Finally, let me thank people who came from all over the country and people who are on the stage with me. These people behind me, after the young people say, they always have my back. Dr. Barry Boyd and I were in class, the actual classroom together, every year from kindergarten all the way through high school. And Dr. Stacy Close helped me finish my doctorate degree. I think I have a friend, Antoinette Hayward, who surprised me when we went to school. I don't know where she is, but she's in the audience someplace. So thank everyone for your support. I want to spend the next few minutes, and I have my watch on the desk in front of me, talking briefly about Stillman's past, present, and future. Stillman, authorized by the General Assembly of the Presbyterian Church in the United States in 1875, held his first classes in the fall of 1876, and was chartered as a legal corporation by the state of Alabama in 1895. At the time, the name was changed from Tuscaloosa Institute to Stillman Institute. It was inspired by Dr. Charles Allen Stillman, pastor of the First Presbyterian Church of Tuscaloosa. Early Stillman looked a lot different from the beautiful manicured campus you see today. It started as a single building, a home that was purchased on 21st Avenue and is now the site of the Stillman Alumni House. Its purpose was to prepare African Americans for the ministry. From this humble beginning, Stillman has grown to a 105-acre campus with over 6,000 alumni. We have a long history of preparing students for success in every field of human endeavor. There's nothing that a Stillman graduate cannot do, from law to medicine, to education, to business, to the arts. You'll see Stillman graduates in leadership positions around the country. Wherever you want to go, Stillman can get you there. You asked me about a leader in the legal system. I'll tell you about Judge C. Green, attorney and former municipal judge in Selma, Alabama. You asked about education. I'll give you Dr. Hayward Strickland, class of 1960, president of Raleigh College. You asked me about business. Alvin Howard, class of 1976. Senior Vice President for Warner Chilcott, a global pharmaceutical company with $11 billion in sales annually. Medicine, Keisha Lothar, physician, double board certified in internal medicine and pediatrics. Melinda and Belinda Rose, dentists and owners of a dental practice in Tuscaloosa. Dr. Vernon Swift, class of 1972, current president of the Alabama Baptist State Convention. However, Stillman has done much more than award academic degrees to students and create good public citizens. We also have a history of having answered the call to serve during a very tumultuous time in this country. Tuscaloosa in the 1960s was very different from the Tuscaloosa we know today. Let me share with you just a few examples. In 1962, a number of Stillman students were arrested for refusing to move to the back of the city bus. This incident resulted in a successful bus boycott and led to the integration of buses in Tuscaloosa. Tuesday, June 9th, 1964 was known as Bloody Tuesday here in Tuscaloosa. It was called Bloody Tuesday because on that day a great deal of blood was shed in the streets in the fight for civil rights. On that day, a number of Stillman students, including Corey Williams and Willie Wells, took part in an attempt to integrate the newly constructed Tuscaloosa County Courthouse. At the time, students frequently used to meet for planning at the First African Baptist Church, which stands at the corner of T.Y. Rogers Boulevard and Stillman Boulevard. On this particular day, the church was attacked and canister of tear gas were thrown through the windows. Kareem Williams was beaten with a billy club while attempting to escape by jumping out a window of the church. Willie Wells, her brother, and a number of other students tried to escape through a rear entrance at the church. They were arrested in front of what is now the Murphy African American Museum as they attempted to make it to the courthouse. During this same time, faculty and staff would frequently hide civil rights fighters who were seeking refuge in different locations and buildings on campus. One such building was Snedeker Hall. During those days, it served as a hospital. It was one of the only places in the state of Alabama where African Americans could obtain health care. The mother of one of our current employees, Mrs. Luann Baker, served as a surgical nurse at the hospital when it was housed in Snedeker Hall. I'm pleased to say that Kareem Williams, Willie Wells, and Luann Baker, and also someone who was born in Snedeker, Annie Mary Gray, all civil rights fighters, are in the room with us today. Let me ask them to stand and be recognized. Also recognizing one additional alum, Ms. Maureen Mays, who is in the audience, is one of our senior graduates from Stillman and a civil rights fighter in her own right. Ms. Mays, can you stand, please? Let me talk with us in a minute or so about Stillman's dynamic present. Stillman is blessed to have an outstanding faculty, dedicated staff, and brilliant students. Our students have been called by many names. Maya Angelou called them the hope and the dream of the slave. W.E.B. Du Bois called them the times of 10th. John F. Kennedy described them as a new generation of Americans. And still in our mission is to provide an outstanding education to students with disparate levels of preparation. We believe in the words of Nelson Mandela, who stated that education is the most powerful weapon we have to change the world. And still, we believe that in order for that change to happen, college must be both accessible and affordable. For this reason, effective fall semester 2015, we'll be reducing our tuition $5,000 from $22,500 per year to $17,500 per year. We also believe the students must not only be strong academically, but they must be physically strong and must maintain good physical health. Last year, we implemented a health initiative on campus during Black History Month. We had a 5K run, which raised over $100,000 for the college. During the same period of time, we received a gift of $2 million from a donor who wishes to remain anonymous, the largest single gift in the history of the college. We also recently started serving even healthier foods in the dining hall. Most recently, I'm very pleased to share that we, like the University of Alabama, became smoke-free campuses as of January 1st of this year. Earlier this week, we opened our fitness center classroom. If you have not yet seen our state-of-the-art treadmills, elliptical machines, weight machines, stop by Birthright before you leave campus. Join us as we work toward becoming healthy and high school skinny. Despite all of this, we recognize that the primary reason schools come to Stillman is to get a solid education. We seek to produce erudite scholars with the disposition, skills, and sagacity necessary to be competitive in the 21st century. We pride ourselves in taking students from where they are to where they need to be. The Stillman student to your left may be the next Alabama Teacher of the Year. The Stillman student to your right may be the person who discovers the cure for cancer. I know when you look around the room right now, you may not see all of that potential, but I've seen it happen. And the faculty and staff who are in this room have seen it happen. I have seen a young man who walked around, coming to class late with his hat on backwards and his pants sagging and running late to class, he programmer, evolved into a refined, bow tie wearing professional by graduation day, someone who would compete with anyone around the country. I have seen a shy and introverted young lady who never opened her mouth in class graduate as valedictorian for class with offers of full scholarships to graduate school or well-paying jobs in the corporate world. The problem that some of us have is that we are trained to see people as they are now, as if they are the finished product. We are socialized to believe that nobody will ever be more than we see them right now. Nothing could be further from the truth. We are all still clay on the potter's wheel. What we see when we look at each other is a mere reflection of the greatness that lies within each of us. Some of the students in the audience right now may be thinking, I don't have what it takes to graduate from college. You may be thinking, I don't have enough money. Nobody in my family will graduate from college, and I probably won't either. Some of you have haters who don't want you to be successful. Let me encourage you by saying that success doesn't have anything to do with your environment. It has to do with your expectations. It doesn't matter from, it matters where you're going. It doesn't matter what you're called, it matters what you answer to. It doesn't matter what people try to do to you, because inside of each of you is the power to overcome all obstacles. Do your best all the time. You can do it. Never give up. Work hard all the time. go to class, be on time, pray, get enough sleep, have integrity, ask for help when you need it, and not the day before the test. Keep your pants pulled up, keep your skirt pulled down, ask questions, talk with your professors outside of the class, pray, hold your head up high, because you are precious and unique, and there has never been anyone like you in the history of the world. And still, we have many outstanding students. Students are poised to graduate from Stillman and go out into the world as servant leaders. Students like Elizabeth Caver, who was the recipient of a $25,000 scholarship by the United Negro College Fund when she was identified as HBCU Rising Star. Is Elizabeth there? Students like Combo Monday, Brian Johnson, Christopher Weeks, Tiara Blackman, who will be traveling to Los Angeles on March 21st after being selected as one of the finalists to compete in the Honda Campus All-Star Challenge in Los Angeles. Are any of those students here? This will be live streamed on Monday, March 23rd. Let me close by talking briefly about what I see for Stillman's future. What I describe as our expeditious move from excellence to eminence. In order for institutions to remain competitive and be top-tier school, it is necessary for them to remain competitive and be willing to change in order to meet the demands of a global society. Gone are the days when our students are competing for jobs against people from across the block, the other side of town. As Thomas Friedman wrote in his book, The World is Flat, our students are now competing with students from India, China, and other places around the world. It is critical that we prepare our students to meet this challenge. And so, at Stillman, as we honor our history and legacy, we celebrate our vision for the future. Now, as creatures of habit, we too often are resistant to change. We'll get caught up in saying we've always done it that way. Or if it's not broke, don't fix it. My response would be that a certain formula for failure would be to continue doing things the same way and hoping for a different result. In terms of moving to eminence, there are a number of areas in which I think Stillman can proceed. The first is academic excellence. Stillman will and must not only maintain its current high academic standards, but must go above and beyond. Why not have graduate programs? Why not have a law school? Why not move from college status to university status? What about a graduation rate of 90%? Rhodes Scholars in the student body, and Dow chairs in the academic units. Let's be aggressive and bring education to other populations, adults, Hispanic, military, incarcerated, international. We must meet students where they are and help guide them to their destiny. Go ahead. We must have a high level of rigor, but must expand to an emphasis in areas of business, science, technology, engineering, mathematics. I believe STEM is the liberal arts of the 21st century. Our labs should be equipped with state-of-the-art equipment, and faculty staff should have the resources they need to be successful and the compensation to match. The second area of eminence should be community engagement. Stillman must remain active in mutually beneficial relationships with the entire community. This includes the business, education, healthcare, financial, historic, political, faith. So we're going to continue our outreach in the community. I imagine the west end of Tuscaloosa, that's the area right around here, as an even more vibrant and revitalized part of the community. In my mind's eye, I see banks, restaurants, hotels, retail development, health food markets, entertainment, student housing, all prominently located in this area. This benefits Stillman and Tuscaloosa as a whole. When plans are being made about development in Tuscaloosa, Stillman must and will be at the table. You've all heard the old adage, When you're not at the table, you're on the menu. Third area of excellence must be service. On the back of this chain of office are inscribed the words of Luke 12:48. To whom much is given, much is required. These words are inscribed to serve as a constant reminder that we are, in fact, our brother's keeper. In his 1962 letter from a Birmingham jail, Reverend Martin Luther King Jr. wrote, "In a real sense, all life is interrelated. All men are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied in a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be, and vice versa." What does this mean for Stillman? We must serve our community by fighting to always do what is right, even when no one is watching, even if we must stand alone. We must be a drum major for justice. We must be a drum major for change. We must be a drum major for service to others. It is our moral obligation to do so. It is important that our graduates use their knowledge and stations in life to go into communities and serve as voices for the powerless and to uplift the spirits of the downtrodden. Rather than having Machiavellian personalities, let our students be known for doing what is right and for leaving things in a better condition than which they found. Fourth, let us be eminent in the area of health. While it's important to do well academically and socially, good physical health is necessary also. In the African American community, the leading cause of death are diabetes, stroke, cancer, and number one, heart disease. Many of these conditions have behavioral components, which means that we can alter them by modifying our behaviors. Diet, exercise, lifestyle changes. In the next few months, you'll hear about a statewide initiative which Stillman will be coordinating related to health, weight loss, those types of things. Because the waste is a terrible thing to waste. The last area of evidence, I know that was bad, wasn't it? The last area of evidence is perhaps the most important of all. If we can achieve it, all of the first four goals are possible. Without it, we will be challenged to be any of them. Let us be eminent at loving one another. Dr. Martin Luther King, in his 1963 treatise on being a good neighbor, described a Samaritan who came to the rescue of a man who had been beaten and robbed. The rescuer had no connection to the victim, however, he was a good neighbor to him. A neighbor may be described as anyone toward whom you are neighborly. It's neither Jew nor Gentile, African American, white. It is anyone on one of the numerous Jericho roads of life that needs assistance. So what does this mean for us at Stillman? It informs us of how we must treat each other. If we love our students, then when they are in trouble or need help, even if they're wrong, even if they didn't do what they were supposed to do, we need to treat them the same way we want something to treat our children. When we hear gospel negative talk about our colleagues, we walk away from it. When someone does something with which we disagree, we will not stay mad forever, and we will not bring others to join us in our anger. When there is a question, we will give others the benefit of the doubt. When our colleagues are recognized for their hard work, we join in the celebration, rather than thinking it should have been us. When our colleagues suffer hardship, we're down in the trenches with them. When something unpleasant needs to be done, we do it with compassion. At all times, we focus on the positive rather than the negative. We must control our thoughts and cognitions. In Philippians 4:8, we are told how to do this. We are told, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. When I was growing up, my mother had a magnet on the refrigerator with a quote from George Washington Carver that talked about how we should treat each other. It said, how far you go in life depends on your being tender with the compassionate, tender with the young, compassionate with the aged, sympathetic with the striving, and tolerant of the weak and strong. Because someday in your life, you will have been all of these. So let's love each other like we mean it. True, I have lofty goals and big dreams for Stillman. But in the words of Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, the first female president of Liberia, she said, if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. The question remains, how do we get from excellence to eminence? How do we get to the point where we don't accept mediocrity or hold ourselves to the highest standard? How do we get to the point where we don't accept excuses, but view them as tools of incompetence? We get from excellence to eminence by having a plan. Stephen Covey often admonishes us to begin with the end in mind. We get to eminence by never giving up. In Ecclesiastes, we're reminded that the race is not given to the swift nor to the strong, but to the one who endures to the end. We get to eminence by waiting on the Lord. In Isaiah, we're told that they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. We get to eminence by keeping students in the center of everything we do. Students matter more than anything else at the institution. Serving them to the best of our ability and giving them the tools they need to be successful in life must be our top priority. We need to do what is right all the time. Martin Luther King Jr. reminds us that the ultimate measure of man is not where he stands during times of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. By taking a side for justice. Archbishop Desmond Tutu goes on to say, to remain neutral in time of injustice is to have chosen sides already. It is to side with the status quo. By being good stewards of our finances. In Matthew 25, we are instructed that if we are faithful over a few things, we may be put in charge of many things. And by remembering from whence we came. We have come over a way that with tears has been watered. We have come treading our path through the blood of the slaughtered. Out of the gloomy past, till now we stand at last, where the white gleam of our bright star is cast. Now that's a lot to do. It's still actually accomplish all of these tasks without running out of energy. Can we engage our community? Can we be true servants? Can we do what is right? Can we have such an outstanding college that people dare to mention Stillman in the same breath as Harvard, Princeton, Yale? Well, speaking for myself and the rest of the Stillman community, I can say that we don't feel nowhere tired. We've come too far from where we started from. Nobody told us that the road would be easy, but I don't believe he brought us this far. I don't believe he brought us this far. I don't believe he brought us this far to leave us. So the road from excellence to eminence that I just mentioned will not be a straight path, nor will it be an easy journey. At some point, we will come to the dead end of fear. We will come to the U-turn of second guessing. We will come to the crossroads of indecision. We will come to the slippery slope of temptation. We will come to the rock slide of criticism. We will come to the traffic jam that Dr. Martin Luther King called the paralysis of analysis. However, if we have the gas pedal of truth, if we have the compass of integrity, if we have the seatbelt of restraint and good judgment, if we have the repair shop of community, friends and alumni, if we have the GPS of service to others, and if we have an engine called Jesus Christ, then all things are possible. And together, we will move Stillman College expeditiously from excellence to eminence. I thank you for this opportunity to serve, and I thank you for Stillman.
Once again, choir. Thank you so much. Dr. Millett, again, your words were music to the ears of all of us here as you express your vision for the future and your recognition of the past. And I'd like that's fantastic. Once again, offer another round of applause. At this time, there will be some special presentations on behalf of the college. Before it's unveiled, I would like to describe to you what you will see. And so I'm going to provide you a description of the painting that's underneath the wall. And it's entitled From Eminence to Excellence, Stillman College. It depicts the Stillman College first family, Dr. Marcia Millett, dressed in her sorority, Alpha Kappa Alpha, colors of pink and green. Mackenzie Millett, a freshman at Stillman College, in their blue and white colors. President-elect and Ohio State University doctorate regalia, scarlet, red, and gray. President-elect's mother, dressed in her sorority, Delta Sigma Theta colors of crimson and cream. President-elect's father, a United Methodist pastor. The painting shows a student with blue and gold Stillman Tiger fall backpack, a student with Tiger pattern backpack, student representing the Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity, a student with magnolia flower on her Stillman bag, student wearing a gold and navy bow tie, student with green backpack, female member of the faculty, a student from the Caribbean wearing a hoodie with aspects of Trinidad and Tobago's flag, which symbolizes the ongoing diversification of the student population still, and Dr. Millett's connection to Trinidad. There's a female student carrying a separate library backpack 2 female students, a male student in Stillman jacket, and another male student in hoodie. So again, we present to you the painting from excellence to eminence, Stillman College, and the artist who is based in Los Angeles is Dr. Cynthia St. James. One other presentation on our back. I now present to you the key to Stillman College. And at this time, we have a presentation on behalf of the Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated. Will Mr. Amos Hubbard please join us on stage?
Recently, on a trip out of town, I experienced car trouble. And I called AAA while waiting for AAA to come with my hood, my car heist. A young lady came by to offer her assistance. And I had on my Kappa shirt. He said, "Oh, you're Kappa. And you one of those pretty boys." I said, "Thank you for your vision." So will the members of Customs Alumni Captain please stand, Dr. Millette, on behalf of the pretty boy of the Customs Alumni.
Thank you, Mr. Hubbard. And I'd like to ask Dr. Linda Bradford to be subject.
Everyone, please stand with me as I read the President's Pledge of Allegiance. The faculty, staff, students, alumni, friends, and supporters of Stillman College pledge our support to you, Dr. Millette, our 6th president. We value you as a leader, president, and a man of God as you bring to fruition the vision of a college that values opportunity, integrity, and respect. We recognize the tremendous task set before you as president to deliver the college's mission of instruction, research, and service to the people of Alabama, the nation, and the world as Stillman moves expeditiously from excellence to endless. It is our prayer that Stillman College reaches and exceeds your expectations. May God be with you as you lead the great institution to a new pinnacle in a long history and heritage. Congratulations from all of us.
Mr. Lawson.
I would like to thank everyone for coming today and being a part of this historic occasion. I would also like to remind you that the campus walking tour will begin at 1:30 p.m. It is an excellent opportunity to view this beautiful historic campus. The inaugural reception will be held in the Education Building following the ceremony. The President and First Lady will arrive at the reception after the photos. The President's Mass Scholarship Ball will be held at 6:30 p.m. at the Bryant Conference Center. Tickets may be purchased in the Master Building office. Again, the President's Mass Scholarship Ball will be held tonight at 6:30 at Bryant Conference Center. Let me also take this opportunity to share with you that prints of the commissioned artwork from excellence to eminence Stillman College, as well as t-shirts and sweatshirts, will soon be available for sale. Money for the sale of these items will be used to provide scholarships for Stillman students. Those who are interested in purchasing these items should provide their contact information on one of the pre-order forms on the tables at the back of the auditorium following the ceremony, in the bookstore, or during the reception that takes place this afternoon. You will also be able to order these items on the college website. Now, will the audience please stand for the singing of the school's alma mater, and remain standing for the closing prayer by Reverend Dr. Joseph Schreiber. Retiring the colors and recessional. Please remain seated during the recessional.
Hear these words of benediction for Drs. Peter and Marsha Millette, for Stillman College, and for each of us. Now unto him who is able to keep you from falling, and to present you faultless before the presence of his glory with exceeding joy. To the only wise God, our Savior, be glory and majesty, dominion and power from now and forever. Amen. Amen.